So now we're up to the Boston Bruins, and as a kind of a preface to this, I regret not having more Bruins jerseys because they are my fourth favorite team, which I know it's kind of weird to people to have more than one favorite team, but here we are. And for this one, we're going to the 1973-1974 jersey. Now, you guys are probably thinking they wore it longer than that. What about that picture of Bobby Orr flying through the air? But before that, they had tie downs on the neck. The V-neck in this style of jersey only existed for one season, um, which is its most unique feature. The things I do like about it is when you see this jersey, you automatically think Bobby Orr, right? And it brings back nostalgia, even for those of us who weren't alive in the 70s. You know all the stories, you've seen all the videos, you've seen that picture, you've seen the statue, and it's a Bobby Orr team when you see this jersey. Uh, Another thing I like about this jersey, so I had this was common in the 70s, you see with the blues behind me, but it had a stripe below the yoke, and it broke it up so it wasn't just black running into the gold, but it's just something to break it up. It's not too busy, but it's not plain either. Um, Another thing I like about it is it's almost what I call the perfect pattern. And to me, the perfect pattern for a hockey jersey has a shoulder yoke, has simple stripes on the sleeves and on the bottom, but it also has a secondary logo. Obviously, that wasn't commonplace in the 70s, so I'll give it a pass. Let's see what else. Things I don't like about it is if you can't tell, it's another fake I have in my collection. Now, my excuse for this one is when you're a young kid and you've got some weird fascination with hockey jerseys and you want to collect as many as you possibly can because you don't have any money, and then you get stationed in South Korea on top of that where they have stores that just sell boatloads of fake jerseys. Think, it's only $20. Why not? Now that I'm older and understand, I regret having these jerseys, but here we are. And I'd also like to note, and I am kind of in the process of working of weeding out all my fakes and replacing them with authentics. Um, that being said, another thing I don't like about this jersey is it actually has Bobby Orr's last name on the back of it. Now, with a few exceptions, names weren't commonplace on jerseys until 1990. Wow, until 1977, which is when the NHL mandated jerseys to have names on them. And another thing I don't like about this jersey is how it reminds me of in 2006, the Bruins brought back this jersey to put the tie down as an alternate jersey. And in doing so, they killed that yellow jersey with the big bear head on it, which I know a lot of Bruins fans didn't appreciate, but I like that jersey. And so we'll get on to the next one. If I can figure out how to work these buttons. And we're on to this beauty, which is one of those ones I put up there with almost near perfect jersey. The Bruins introduced this in 2007 when Reebok took over. You can tell the Shield logo in the collar. And this is what they decided to go with. Now, at the time, a lot of the teams had this crazy piping that Reebok was obsessed with, and the Bruins were able to avoid that. And one of the biggest features of this jersey was it introduced the new logo. It's just a modernized version of the old logo, but they made it pop. It looks a lot sharper. It's crisp, but they didn't get too far away from the classic Bruins look. Another unique feature is they introduced a secondary on the shoulder, which makes this the perfect jersey for me, anyways. Yeah, things I do like about this jersey is how they were able to combine almost 100 years of Bruins history into one jersey. The modernized version of their original logo, the spoke B, the 70 striping pattern, brought back the tie downs, which they've had through various seasons. And see, more things I like about this jersey. The 2011 Stanley Cup Final patch on it, which obviously they beat the Vancouver Canucks that year to win the Cup. And to me, that was special because that was the year I was in South Korea and I wasn't able to watch a whole lot of hockey. It was very limited. And during those Cup finals, I was out doing field training, but I was able to come back just in time to watch the last period, to watch the Bruins clinch that Cup. And it was just a phenomenal memory. I remember they were airing the Eastern Conference Finals that year, where the Bruins were taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it was essentially a goalie duel between Tim Thomas and Dwayne Rollison, who was my favorite player at the time. And it was just an epic series. I would go to the gym just to watch it. I'd work out for hours on end just to watch that series, and it was fantastic. So that's why the 2011 in particular gives me that fond, nostalgic feeling. Aside, I'm also a Bruins fan, so that helps. Um, I like that it's Tim Thomas because who doesn't love Tim Tom? And like I was saying with the 70s jersey, to me, this has the perfect pattern. It's got the shoulder yoke, the secondary logo, the stripes on the sleeves, and the stripes on the bottom. As far as things I don't like about this jersey, I can't find anything. Like I said, this is one of those near perfect jerseys for me. To finish with the Bruins jerseys in my collection, we come up with this. Now, if jerseys could talk, I have so many questions for this. Because the Bruins never wore this jersey. Now, I know a lot of you think, well, I know I've seen that before somewhere. Well, in 2010 in the Winter Classic, the Bruins wore this in a Reebok. This is a CCM. So I don't understand why this needed to exist. But I bought it because a friend alerted me to a store on the internet that was going out of business, and they had these what the CCM calls the Team Classics on sale. So I got a great deal on it, and being a Bruins fan made me want to get it. See, things I do like about this jersey. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but this isn't black. This is brown, which is an ode to the original colors that the Bruins wore. And I know there's a story about the original team owner owning a chain of grocery stores with these colors and yada yada. I'm sure you've all heard that story. The other thing I like about this jersey is the funky logo. It's felt, so it feels good to touch. Unless you have a cat, I'm constantly having to pull hairs off this thing. I like the B itself, because most of the Bruins jerseys have that blocked B, and it's just I don't know how to describe it. For some reason, I wouldn't want this all the time, but as a fun little secondary, once in a while kind of thing, it's fine. And again, it has that almost perfect pattern with the shoulder yokes, the sleeve stripes, and the bottom stripes. And let's see, things I don't like about this jersey. Like I said, it was never actually worn by the Bruins, so it's still puzzling to me why it even exists. Now, it's based on the same thing as the 2010 Winter Classic jersey. It's based on the yellow jersey the Bruins wore between 1958 and 1965. There was two different ones. The only difference was the striping pattern changed a little bit. Another problem I have with this jersey, if you don't mind seeing my rear end here, the CCM patch constantly coming off, and I'm always having to fix it. And it's just annoying to me. I don't like doing that all the time. And the last problem I have with this jersey is this stupid neck covering weirdness in here. And I know when Reebok took over, that became standard. And it made sense because they had the little NHL Shield logo in here. But back in the day, this wasn't here. It was just the ties, and then you closed it up. So I never liked this, even with the Shield logo. It bothers me. Anyways, that's regrettably all the Bruins jerseys I have in my collection. I'm hoping in the future to get a lot more because, like I said, the Bruins are my fourth favorite team. And if you have a problem with having more than one favorite team, you need to watch more hockey other than just your team because there's some exciting teams out there to watch.